Hi student, this is Sivakumar. 11th standard mathematics, chapter number 3, exercise 3.11. Inverse trigonometric functions. In inverse trigonometric functions, you must be knowing some properties and formulae. Here are some properties. Cosecant inverse of x can be written as sine inverse of 1 by x. If you change cosecant inverse into sine inverse, x becomes 1 by x. Just write the reciprocal of x. Like that, secant inverse of x equals cos inverse of 1 by x. Cot inverse of x, that is equal to tan inverse of 1 by x. Then sine inverse of x doesn't mean 1 by sin x. Both are different. This is a reciprocal of sin x. This is an inverse of sin x. Now I have given some principal value for all the trigonometric functions, inverse trigonometric functions. If x is greater than or equal to 0, that means positive, and x is less than 0, that is negative. I have given set of principal values for each and every one. Start with the sine inverse of x, ends with cosecant inverse of x. Have to learn everything. Then symbol also very important. Here strictly less than given, here less than or equal to given. Learn everything without leaving. Then another notation for sine inverse of x is arc sin x. You can call it as arc sin x. Now we can get into that exercise. Exercise 3.11. Find the principal value of sine inverse of 1 by root 2, cos inverse of root 3 by 2, cosecant inverse of minus 1, secant inverse of minus root 2, and tan inverse of root 3. Can do one by one. Now subdivision number 1. Sine inverse of 1 by root 2. Here 1 by root 2, that is positive. I have given that principal value of sine inverse of x if x is greater than or equal to 0. Here it is. Look at that, x is positive. The sine inverse of x principal value lies from 0 to 90, lies in the first quadrant. 0 to 90 is first quadrant, you know that. Okay. Since 1 by root 2 is greater than or equal to 0, the principal value of sine inverse of x lies between 0 and 90. That means in first quadrant, what value of sine is 1 by root 2? 45 degree. Therefore, the principal value equals 45 degree in radian is pi by 4. Pi by 4 lies in which quadrant? First quadrant. Now subdivision number 2. Cos inverse of root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2, which is greater than or equal to 0, again positive. Now the principal value of cos inverse of x. Principal value of cos inverse of x. Look at that. Cos inverse of x principal value lies from 0 to pi by 2. 0 less than or equal to cos inverse of x, less than or equal to pi by 2. That is in first quadrant only. You know that cos 30 degree, that is equal to root 3 by 2. Therefore, the principal value, that is equal to pi by 6. That is 30 degree. 30 degree, that is equal to root 3 by 2. Okay. Now, third one. Cosecant inverse of minus 1. You can find the principal value for cosecant inverse, or else you can change cosecant inverse into sine inverse. If you change cosecant inverse into sine inverse, that you have to write the reciprocal of minus 1. Reciprocal of minus 1 is minus 1 only. Write the reason, since cosecant inverse of x, that is equal to sine inverse of 1 by x. This is the property. And the same time here minus 1 is negative. Since minus 1 is less than 0, the principal value of sine inverse. We have changed cosecant into sine, right? Sine inverse of minus x, sorry, sine inverse of x, that x is minus 1, that is negative. Sine inverse of x, here it is, if it is less than 0, sine inverse of x is minus 90 to 0, minus 90 to 0. So minus 90 to 0. Here look at the symbol, including minus 90, excluding 0. Here less than or equal to, here less than only. Okay. That means minus 90 to 0 means lies in fourth quadrant. Look at that. This is minus 90 degree, 0. This is that. The principal value lies in this quadrant, minus 90 to 0. So if you are in clockwise direction, you have to say minus 90 to 0. Now, therefore, the principal value equals, we know that the sine 90 degree, that is equal to 1. But we have minus 90 to plus 90, you have to write minus 90. But sine 90 lies in which quadrant? That is in first quadrant. Here minus 90 to 0, here in fourth quadrant. So you have to write minus 90 only. That is a principal value. Okay, look at that, including minus 90. Now fourth subdivision. Secant inverse of minus root 2. You can change secant into cos. If you change secant inverse into cos inverse, you have to write the reciprocal, minus 1 by root 2. Write the property here, since secant inverse of x, that is equal to cos inverse of 1 by x. Now, minus 1 by 2, which is less than 0, the principal value for cos inverse of x. Look at that, x less than 0, cos inverse of x, 90 less than, here less than or equal to 180. 90 less than, here less than or equal to 180. So 90 to 180, that is in second quadrant. Here 90, here 180. So principal value must be in this quadrant. Okay. If cos inverse is positive, you can write that is 1 by root 2. If it is just plus 1 by root 2, you can write 45 degree. But minus 1 by root 2 means you have to write the principal value equals pi minus pi by 4. Remember, particularly for cos and secant, if it is negative value, that 1 by root 2, the original angle is 45 degree, that should be subtracted from 180 degree. That is equal to 4 into pi 4, pi minus pi divided by 4, that is equal to 3 pi by 4. Pi by 4, that is equal to 45, 45 into 3, that is equal to 135. 135 degree lies in which quadrant? Second quadrant, in between pi by 2 and pi. Okay. Now subdivision number 5. Subdivision number 5 is tan inverse of root 3. Right. So root 3, that is positive. Since root 3 which is greater than or equal to 0, the principal value of tan inverse of x between, if it is positive, tan inverse of x between 0 less than or equal to, here less than 90. 0 less than or equal to, here less than 90. That means lies in first quadrant. Here 0, 90 lies in first quadrant only. So you know that tan 60 degree, that is equal to root 3. That is a principal value. Principal value, that is equal to pi by 3. Pi by 3, that is equal to 60 degree. Pi by 3 lies in which quadrant? First quadrant. Okay. Now here also I draw the diagram. This one lies in first quadrant, 45 degree in first quadrant. Here also in first quadrant only, because the 30 degree lies in first quadrant. 0 and 90, 0, 90, sorry, 0, 90. Here also 0, 90. So over. So problem number 1 is completed. Then I will be teaching that problem number 2 in the next video. Thank you, children.